A sexual encounter is one of the most powerful times for an energetic exchange and an energetic bond. However, in the age of right swiping, we tend to abuse sex. And for one reason or another, not everyone tends to have good sexual experiences. But whether your experience was positive or negative, we are creating such a bond with the other person around us that much of their energy is actually intertwining with ours. So it is very important that we cleanse and stay grounded in our own energy. There are different ways to cleanse your auric and to heal your auric energy. And in this video, I'll cover some of the main points. For other ones of how to cleanse your aura in general, you can watch my video on how to cleanse the aura. In this specific video, I'll go into more detail about the aspects of cleansing your aura that have specifically to do with sexual encounters. When a couple is engaged in lovemaking, a chemical blast takes place deep inside both of their brains. A rush of oxytocin bathes the brain with endorphins, and then oxytocin combines with vasopressin, which is like a bonding hormone, and it instantly works like an emotional glue, so the partners become addicted to each other. Without an understanding of how to undo the attachment, we can simply numb ourselves to those old traits of connection. The purpose of an orgasm is to unload bioenergetic excess. Through the liberation of sensational energy, you can get rid of negative energy. However, what proves to be beneficial for one person can be harmful for the other person. And sharing this energy can imply the sharing of different charges, patterns, informations, fluids, addictions, issues with your sexual partner. And this is all happening at an unconscious level. Because everything is stored deep into our cells. Every connection, every memory that we have, we are then carrying with us enormous, we're like enormous storehouses of information. Not only are we carrying now our energy and our information, but because we have created these powerful bonds with other people through the act of sex, we are now taking their information, and their basically the state that they are in is now connected with ours. So this is especially important, I would say, for women, because as the womb carriers, we have a powerful womb matrix. And when we are not cleansing our sexual aura, not only can it affect our health, but it can affect truly the health of our future babies, and it can also affect our menstrual cycle. When we have sex with someone, whether or not we are emotionally committed to them, we merge energy fields and have an auric absorption. Through bodily fluids and orgasm, we imprint lovers onto our emotional, spiritual bodies. So this whole interaction links the two auras and creates a deep connection. So the process of purifying your aura is about purifying your connection to the soul, purifying your emotions and thoughts so that you can bring closure to a breakup or truly close your bonds so that you are able to move on more healthily. One of the main aspects of cleansing your aura after a sexual encounter is to bring some attention to our root chakra and our sacral chakra. These two, the first and the second chakra, was a lot of that energy is stored, and unless we are applying sexual transmutation, that energy will get in a way stuck there. And so a lot of that information and a lot of those different things that we are exchanging, emotions and deep psychic imprints that we are exchanging with the other person, will get stored in there. And so if we're not careful, we can cause a lot of damage to this part of our body. So it is important now to release the energy from these past encounters that has been stored there. There are a few different ways to do this. One of the simplest ways is a meditation. So we really want to be able to release from a cellular level the memories that have been stored in there. So intention is quite powerful in this case. You want to make sure that you are in a quiet place and set aside at least 15 minutes. Because of the intimacy of such a meditation, you can choose to do this with one of your close partners. So this is the process of cleansing your aura after sexual encounters can be done with your current partner in a way to reset the clock between you two, or it can be done on your own. You want to relax, possibly have a candle or some source of light, maybe a small Himalayan salt lamp, because The salt, the Himalayan salt has a powerful purifying elements, or you can bring in a crystal. The rose quartz crystal is really powerful to release positive love vibrations, so that you can allow now this energy that is stuck there to be released, to move through your body, to be, since you cannot really destroy energy, you can at least transform it. So you can take now this energy and transform it through the rest of your body. So imagine a warm orange light building up at the root chakra, and then begin now to feel the heat of that root chakra that is now storing this powerful energy collected from all your sexual encounters. And then you can begin to now move this energy and to let it grow. And as you take, with every breath that you take, you imagine this energy is now being transformed into more health, it's being transformed into more prosperity, and it's being transformed into more love. And as you do this, you also imagine now that this root that you have, this cord that you have connected with each and one of the people that you have been in a sexual connection with, is now being closed off, as this energy now is not there to maintain this connection, but is being released and providing your being with more health and vitality. And as that's happening, all these different cords are closing. And as that's happening, you will probably feel, as you continue to breathe, energy building up in your body. Because when we have these open cords with others, we are exchanging energy with them. And sometimes it's not positive, and sometimes it's not very helpful. When we close the aura, we really get grounded now in our own sacral aura. So this is a powerful meditation that you can repeat as often as you like. Once you do it once, you can continue to do it, especially if you find new memories come up. That some people who might not remember all of their sexual partners, again, you can do this as you start this process. You might have more memories rise up, and you can do it every single time. The other type of meditation is a bit of an exercise. It involves writing down the names of the people that you have been with. If you don't remember, you can write down the circumstances, maybe what you remembered from the experience, whether it was positive or not, how you felt about it, and what message you'd like to send this person. Please remember, this is a positive experience, even though you might be feeling anger and frustration or rage, which I will cover in a moment. It is important to pour into positive energy into whatever encounter that you want to let go of. So as you write everything down, bring a candle. If you don't have access to a candle, maybe some form where you can set now this piece of paper that you wrote all these names on, you can set it on in a small flame. Ideally, you'd like to set this flame, and as the flame is burning, you can say a mantra. The mantra can be specifically your own, or it can be something as simple as I am free, I now let go, and I am wholesome. And the reason why it's important to have a mantra, because every time that you repeat something and you pair it up with a powerful positive feeling, it begins to actually deeply affect your brain. And this will then allow you to really create the mental emotional closure that you are looking for. Now, another important aspect to cleansing your sexual aura is to really become aware of your emotions and to find healthy ways to express them. Now, this depends from individual to individual, but it does you no good to repress your emotions and not to face them. This can be done in the intimacy of your own home, depending on what you are feeling. But if, let's say, you have a lot of pent-up aggression, you can find healthy ways to release this aggression through different forms of sports, or even different creative expressions or movements. Again, whatever it is, you can even might need to speak to a therapist. This is really, really essential, because so much of what blocks our energy and creates disease, unrest, and lack of focus and depression is a lot of our undealt with emotions that are a result of different experiences that we've had. So it's really, really important that we do this. This is really essential. Without it, you're probably going to keep running in circles. As you do begin to face your emotions, you can then move to the meditations that I just described with more ease, because you'll have gone through the process of transforming and moving up the emotional scale from your depression to from your anger and your rage, letting it go so you can move up more emotionally, and you can open your heart up again to allow for more positivity, to allow for more well-being, for more wisdom to walk into your life, and for more wisdom for you to discover more wisdom. The next aspect of cleansing your aura has to do with making sure that, like, the other aspect of cleansing your aura in general is you spend time in nature, you get active, you get creative. These are all important aspects. And then another important aspect is how are you relating to other people? Oftentimes, especially when we are in a spiritual journey, we might be redefining our relationships, maybe starting new ones, maybe letting go of old ones. And especially if you've had some more negative sexual encounters, it's really, really important that you look at how not only the quality of your relationships, but how you are contributing to these relationships. This is really, really essential because the quality of our relationships affects our mental, emotional, and essentially our spiritual health more than anything. Another aspect is forgiveness. At times, our clouded judgment causes us to allow or accept certain sexual partners. So it is possibly because we are holding on to certain negative emotional, psychological patterns that are now drawing these people to us. And the best way to let go of this is to forgive. Oftentimes when we don't forgive others, we keep active in us a negative vibration. And so oftentimes we will say, well, I'm a positive person generally. I'm a nurturing person. How come I attract narcissists, or how come I attract certain people in my life? Chances are, simply by you saying this, you're recognizing that not only have you had these people in the past, but you have active in you a negative vibration that is now still making you a match to these other people. Forgiveness is so essential to this process, and any kind of spiritual process. You must learn to forgive, because oftentimes it's not even possible to forget certain things that happen to us, but it is important to forgive. The next aspect of cleansing your sexual aura has to do with simply taking a walk somewhere natural, maybe allowing the wind or the ocean water to bathe over your body. This can be really, really especially nice if you do live somewhere by nature, or even if you don't, make a point to leave your city to go somewhere more natural. Creativity is another wonderful way because it raises your vibration. As your vibration raises, your energy raises, and then you're able to, again, move this energy and do the previous meditations that I shared with you more freely, and you can actually really feel the energy moving through. The most important thing to remember, that you are a spirit being in a physical body. Oftentimes, we are so trained to see our life from just our physical body that we do not value our body. We do not treat it as a temple. We do not value our thoughts, our emotions, because we were trained in a way not to value them. So in that case, we become a target to draw into our lives people and circumstances that aren't necessarily good for us. As you begin to really become aware of who you really are, that you are a spirit being, that you are so much more sacred than you have been taught to be, you'll really begin to not only value yourself, but value the environment around you, value all the different actions that you take and all the different connections that you make. When you do, you'll begin to also release any kind of blocked and stored energy. You'll begin to release negative beliefs about yourself and about the world around you. This will not only benefit you in terms of cleansing your aura, it will benefit so much more about who you are and your path on earth.